Hello crochet friends, welcome back. We are starting a new project today. We're going to get a little jump start on Valentine's. So I have this pretty little, it's a coral kind of color, use whatever color you want, but it is a 100% cotton yarn, so we can wash it over and over again because we're going to make a pretty little dishcloth. So we want it to be structurally sound, as good as we can when it comes to yarn. So I'm going to go with this coral. Maybe you want something red or pink, you pick your color. And we're going to use a G 4.5 millimeter crochet hook. So not hard. This is going to be fun. And I think you're going to enjoy this. You might want to make a few for Valentine's Day. So we want to start with making a chain. So we need to make a knot in our work and get it on our hook. So we are going to make a loop and drop our working tail behind our loop there. Go inside and grab that piece. Holding your two tails, pull that up on the shank of your hook. Just tighten it up there. Here we go. Doesn't need to be crazy tight, but we don't want it going anywhere either. All right, so we want to start out with chaining 30. So we are going to yarn over our hook and pull through. Chain 1. Yarn over and pull through, chain 2, yarn over and pull through, chain 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, go all the way to 30. Okay, once you have a nice chain of 30 and they all look, pretty consistent, as good as you can there, we're going to start working back down to that knot that we made. So this is going to be a single crochet, and we're going to start in the second chain from our hook. So here's the first one right where we are, right? See it slipping through there? So we're going to go into the next chain, and it's a chain, so it's just that one little piece. We're going to enter, yarn over and pull through. And now we have 2 on our hook. So we yarn over and pull through 2 loops there. And that's single crochet 1. And we're going to enter the next chain, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through those 2 loops. It's a little floppy at first, so hold on wherever you can. I hope my thumb's not in the way too much and you can see what's going on here. But we are single crocheting all the way down our work. Just like this, nice and easy, taking our time, just make it as neat as you can. Going along, we'll have 29 stitches by the time we get to the end because we started in that second chain from our hook, right? So we will have 29 stitches now throughout our work, and it won't change. Row to row, it won't change, so that is good. We can stick that number in our brain and keep track of it so we know that that's what we have the whole time, because when we do those little bobbles we just need to make sure they're in the correct spots so our picture looks right. Okay, so here we are going along, 29 single crochets. This beginning is always a little bit trickier. It curls up like that. It's kind of hard to hold on to, but once you get going with your work, it'll be much easier. So just take your time, making it as beautiful as you can. Okay. I don't know what colors anyone's picking, but you could even use a variegated. That would be pretty. I've done that. They have one I've used a couple of times, and I want to say it was one at Walmart. That could be it. I'm not sure. Maybe it was Hobby Lobby, but it had a pink and a purple in it and a white, and it was a cotton. That was kind of nice looking for Valentine's, But you pick your colors and make it beautiful. So here we are, getting close to the end. So I'm hoping your little single crochets are going well. Now we are going to work back and forth on this. So we are going to be chaining one at the end and turning our work each time, okay? So that will keep us going the right direction every time. Alrighty. Here we are. That's our last one because there's that knot we made, right? Now let's chain 1 and we're going to turn our work just like I was saying. Okay, we're on the other side now. This is row 2. Row 2 and all even rows are going to be single crochet across. Now it's a whole stitch, so make sure you're getting that whole stitch, the 2 loops. Enter, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2, just like you've been doing. You're going to single crochet each of these stitches going across, and again our stitch count has not changed, so it should still be 29 stitches, right? No change there. So if you're going along and you're like, wait, I don't have 29, so you gotta go back it up, right, and figure out where did I add or subtract a stitch. Sometimes we skip over things, or we put 2 stitches in one. We get distracted. I do. I get distracted when, stuff's going on around the house or wherever it is you're crocheting. I don't know. I crochet anywhere. So, yeah, if you're like on a train or something and there's so much people watching to do, or in an airport or whatever, sometimes you kind of can goof it up a little bit. I do. I like to people watch. Okay, so go across here with these 29 single crochets until you get to the end. I will meet you there. Here we go. Now when you get toward the end here, make sure you're getting that last stitch. It's laying a little flat looking, so you want to get it. You don't want to miss that and mess up your count there. Chain 1 and turn your work. There we are at the end of row 2. Nice single crochets. Wonderful. So let's start row 3. We're going to start with some bobbling. It's not going to, it's a little crazy, not too bad, but it's going to be okay. So we want to start out with 7 single crochets. So first stitch, single crochet, second stitch, single crochet, it's 2, this is 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right, that gives us our position for our first bobble in this next stitch here. So we are going to yarn over our hook, and we're going to enter, yarn over and pull through. Yarn over and pull through just 2. There we go. Yarn over into that same stitch. Yarn over and pull through. Yarn over, pull through just 2. Excellent. Yarn over, third time, enter that space. Yarn over and pull through. Now there should be 5 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 5, just like that. So you have this big glob here. That's what we need though. Okay, so that was 7 single crochets in a bobble. Now we want to do 8 single crochets. So next stitch gets a single crochet. It ties our bobble down. That's 1 and 2, 3, and 4. So I don't think I got the whole stitch there. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. I got a little something stuck there. Big fuzzy. There we go. I don't think I did my 8. There it is. Make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Excellent. Now we're going to do 6 bobbles in a row. So let's take a deep breath. We're going to do this. Okay, so we're going to yarn over and we're going to bobble in this next stitch. So enter, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over, enter the second time. Yarn over and pull through. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, enter the third time. Yarn over and pull through. Yarn over, we have our 5 and we're going to pull through 5. And sometimes it's a little tight, and if it is, you've probably snagged something, which I think I have here. So I'm going to try it again. I'm not going to do my bobble again, but I'm going to do my yarn over and see if I can wiggle it through there. That's better. Okay, now single crochet the next stitch, just like that, and that holds the bobble. Now we're going to bobble again. yarn over, enter, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2. Second time, yarn over, enter, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Third time, yarn over and enter, yarn over and pull through. There's your 5. As long as you have that 5 at the end, you know you've done it right, right? Single crochet the next, and let's try again. So don't forget the yarn overs. That makes you have enough loops. That's the first time, and we go through 2. Second time, go through 2. Third time, and go through 5. Okay, single crochet. Just take your time. If you need to pause me, if it's going too fast, just hit the pause. It's okay. We've got 3 done. We're halfway. So yarn over. This is the first time, and I went through 2. Second time, and I went through 2, and third time. Beautiful. Okay, I have 5. I'm going through 5. Single crochet to hold it down. Fantastic. Let's try again. I've got that yarn over, right? Here's the first time, second time, and the third time. Super. There's 5. Pull through all 5. Single crochet. All right, how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. This is great. Okay, yarn over. Don't forget your yarn overs, all right? There's 1. And this is the second time. And the third time. We pull through all 5, and we should have 2 stitches remaining. And let's single crochet both. One will serve as our anchor, and there's the next. All right, chain 1, and let's turn our work. There we go. It looks pretty funny, doesn't it? We're working from the bottom up. So if you're like, what in the world are we doing here? Yeah, we're going from the bottom up. I need a little bit more yarn. Here we go. This is row 4, so we know it's our even row, and we're just going to single crochet all our stitches. So just like we've been doing, nice single crochets, but we have a lot of bobbles here, and we want to make sure we don't snag any of them. I don't know if you've done any of these with me before, but I tend to put my little thumb over the top of them just to try to hold them down, because you got to get that in between single crochet stitch and then the long bobble stitch. And you know, sometimes we go along and our little hook goes a little wild and crazy and we snag things. So we want to make sure we're not getting that, okay? So just take your time going across these bobbles. And again, no change in that stitch count, 29 stitches, right? So we're just going across here, doing okay. Just take your time with that. They do stick out a little bit, so sometimes, you know, you're going along and you think you're doing great, and you've seen me do it if you've worked along with me with these. And this cotton, I think cotton is a little bit easier than an acrylic, because the fuzzy of the acrylic makes it easier to snag to me. That's just my personal opinion. But yeah, I feel like the cotton is a little bit easier because you can hold it down a little better and everything. So it's just the way I see it. But so I'm not sure what colors anyone's picked here, or if you're striping. I mean, you could be pretty much doing anything. I think it's going to be fantastic. No, either way, you know. But yes, we are starting at the bottom of our work. So that one little dot that we did was the very bottom of our V. And the line going across all together was the bottom of our letter E. So now we know where we're going, right? That does help, doesn't it? All right, here we are. It's the end of row 4. Okay. Now, as always, we're going to chain 1. And I'm not going to turn my work because we're going to end today, but I want to pull this up so we can take a look because this is the front of our work. So this is the very bottom of our letter V. It's going to go up like this. And this is the bottom of our letter E, the first arm there, and it'll go up. We'll have the middle and then the top, just to give you a visual of where we are. All right, that's it for today. If you're still going, take your time and have a wonderful time with it, okay? Just enjoy it. And I will see you next time. Thank you and have a joyful day.